Before you buy RuneScape Dragonwilds, a deep dive into a promising but raw survival crafting adventure. Welcome back to Before You Buy, where we slice through the hype with raw gameplay and unfiltered impressions. Today we're diving deep into RuneScape Dragonwilds, a surprise early access release from Jagex that landed on Steam on April 15th, 2025. Thought RuneScape was just MMO grinding? Nope! Jagex yeeted that vibe for Dragonwilds. A survival crafting banger that's Valheim meets enshrouded with cranky dragons. Beta testers called it, but for us normies, it's a wild pivot. You're in Ashenfall, dodging fire-breathing lizards while building bases and casting spells. Eurogamer roasted its roof-building fails, X is screaming $29.99, $24.99 for this, and we've played it to spill the tea. Is this early access gem a slay or a nay? Smash like, subscribe, and let's dive into this dragon-sized chaos. Trust us, it's a meme-worthy ride. The premise: survive, build, slay dragons. Yo gamers, strap in for RuneScape Dragonwilds, where Ashenfall's jaw-dropping vistas and cranky dragons are ready to roast your noob butt. You're a scrappy nobody, punching trees, snagging rocks, and crafting gear to clown on those scaly jerks, all while building a come-at-me fortress. The goal? Slay the Dragon Queen, but oops, Jagex left that on the cutting room floor, so early access is a glorified teaser. Ditch RuneScape's MMO grind for Valheim-style exploration and Enshrouded's fantasy flex, solo or with 3 buds for co-op shenanigans. No lore PhD needed, but good luck with names like Crux Equal, X-fans and Eurogamer say it's cryptic as hell. This ain't Ark's Dino Rodeo or Conan Exile's gritty survival. Dragonwilds pops with RuneScape's goofy charm, magic axes that nuke forests, spells turning bones into peaches, classic. The skill system makes every chop or dodge a level up party. You're vibing in misty forests but botch your roof, and dragon poisons raining on your parade. Cheers, Eurogamer. X is torn. Some hype it as Valheim with rune magic glow, others gripe it's $30 for half a game. The dragon-slaying endgame teases Elden Ring epicness, but it's MIA. Still, Unreal Engine 5's glowing cliffs and ruins scream No Man's Sky vibes. If Jagex beefs up quests and story, Dragonwilds could rule survival crafting, ready to yell I'm Dragonborn or chuck your keyboard when a dragon flames your base. What's great? A foundation with flair. Dragonwilds is a survival crafting blast that'll tickle fans pink with slick systems that practically moonwalk. Unreal Engine 5 blends RuneScape's chill charm with a modern sheen, misty forests and cliffs that could shred your ego. Ashenfall's handcrafted world skips Valheim's random biome roulette, packing ruins, skeleton-guarded vaults, and lore-dropping obelisks into a cozy map. It's smaller than Enshrouded Sprawl, but keeps every trip a visual banger, dodging 7 Days to Die's boring landscapes. The magic system in Dragonwilds is a total game changer, turning survival's usual slog into a wizardly giggle fest. Leveling up those RuneScape-y skills, woodcutting, mining, combat, unlocks spells that make you feel like a sorcerer with a cheat code. Picture this: a ghostly axe yeeting entire forests with one swoosh, a boom bang spell pulverizing mining nodes like they owe you money, or a jump spell that lets you hop cliffs or belly flop from heights without a scratch. And get this, there's a bonkers spell that turns creepy bones into peaches to munch on, straight out of RuneScape's wacky playbook. Runes, the magic juice, are everywhere, littered around Ashenfall or whipped up at a rune bench, and they weigh nothing, so you can spam spells without your inventory throwing a tantrum. Compared to Valheim's stamina-sucking axe hacks or Enshrouded's yawn-worthy pickaxes, this system's like a caffeinated superhero, slashing grind and tossing in spicy strategy, like a spell that turbocharges your furnace for speed crafting. It's a survival crafting glow-up so bold it could arm wrestle No Man's Sky's tech upgrades and win. Base building in Dragonwilds is so good it deserves a crown and a parade. Dragonwild's base building is a bonkers blend of Lego easy snapping and mad scientist vibes. Floors, walls, and roofs click together like a dream, with a blueprint mode to sketch your masterpiece without burning resources. The Eye of Oculus spell, unlocked at Construction 11, yeets you into free cam mode, letting you stick pieces in fiddly spots while Valheim's clunky camera and Enshrouded stiff angles choke on your dust. A Valheim-style integrity system, red, yellow, green signals, stops your build from flopping like a bad rom-com, prodding you to add a pillar. Go wild with 2 wide lofts on 3 wide bases or roofs so slick they'd make a carpenter quit. Sleep in a bed and bam, your home's map pinned for easy vibes. From cozy shacks to dragon-proof forts, this system's polish and flair are a total hoot. Combat in Dragonwilds is like a good burger, simple, juicy, and hits the spot. Dragonwilds combat is a snappy riot with dodges and swings that make you feel like a hyperactive swordsman. Most enemies, rats, goblins, are mellow until you start trouble, but red tier zones unleash elite drakes that'll spank you for slacking on gear. The fun's in the madness, parrying a boar like a pro or giggling while kiting a skeleton crew. No enshrouded style combo flair, but it's still a blast. Valheim-inspired dungeons are loot-stuffed goodies, but they lack unique swag or traps, making Valheim's crypts the hipper sibling. Early craftable teleporters let you zip around Ashenfall like a magical taxi, dunking on enshrouded slow treks. The RuneScape skill system ties it together. Every chop, whack, or craft sprinkles XP, crafting a progression loop smoother than Ark's clunky grind. What needs work? Early access pains. Dragonwilds is the ultimate early access roller coaster, bursting with ooh shiny potential but still half-baked, like a cookie you yanked out of the oven too soon. After 15-20 hours, you'll square up to General Velgar, the first big dragon, checking off about a third of the planned main quest before the story hits a to-be-continued sign. Some stuff's straight up missing. Archery's there but gives 0 XP, and the magic ranged skill trees are basically post-it notes saying coming soon, leaving combat feeling like a one-trick pony. The roadmap's a tease fest, dangling new biomes, dragons, skills, magic, ranged farming, gear, Dragonslayer armor, and modes, hardcore creative. But it's coy about dates, winking at a full release in early 2026. Unlike Hades, which rolled out of early access like a polished rock star, Dragonwilds is a scrappy indie kid leaning hard on community feedback to grow up. It's a wild mix of this could be epic and where's the rest of it? A gamble with big vibes and bigger question marks. The crafting and storage systems in Dragonwilds are the game's awkward cousins, stuck in a 2015 time warp and dragging their feet. Dragonwilds' storage is a chaotic dumpster fire. You can't build from chests, label them, or sort loot without a meltdown. Tiny stack sizes, 50 for most, 20 for some, force chest overload or inventory Tetris, making Valheim's neat chests and Enshrouded's auto-sorting look like genius. It turns resource management into a buzzkill chore. Crafting's no better, with a maze of benches. Forge, rune bench, loom, tanning rack, cluttering your base and making every project a hassle. Resource bottlenecks like coarse thread, 6 furs per thread from miserly rats, feel like a prank, while rare metals flood your pockets, wrecking balance. Eurogamer notes easy cabbage grabs, but slams the crafting grind as a drag that dulls the game's magic and building shine. These systems need a major overhaul to compete. Dragonwild's survival mechanics are like that overzealous gym coach who won't let you breathe, cranking the intensity to 11 and tripping up the game's otherwise fun-tastic vibe. Hunger, thirst, and rest meters plummet faster than your Wi-Fi during a storm, turning basic upkeep into a nagging babysitter. Sure, cabbages and meat are everywhere and water's plentiful, but sip unboiled H2O and you're rolling the dice on a tummy tantrum. Micromanagement that feels like a prank, not a puzzle. Valheim keeps survival chill to let exploration shine, and Enshrouded barely bothers with hunger. But Dragonwilds goes full retro, chaining you to meters like it's auditioning for a hardcore survivalist reality show. It's a love letter to masochists, but a buzzkill for folks hooked by the game's breezy magic, making survival feel like a gatekeeper instead of a good time. Dragon attacks and enemy invasions in Dragonwilds are less epic and more why game why. Dragons crash your party, spewing poison that ignores walls and roofs, turning your base into a toxic hot tub. Eurogamer's Lottie Lynn raged about dying under a safe roof. Yep, it's a kick in the teeth. Enemy hunts are worse, with mobs teleporting to your door like stalkers, no escape, and no Valheim-style difficulty toggles. Death's brutal. You drop all gear and must corpse run, a nightmare in tough zones or invasions. This RuneScape lose-it-all vibe feels ancient compared to Enshrouded's chill respawns, chasing off casual players. Dragon attacks and enemy invasions in Dragonwilds are less epic and more why game why. Dragons crash your party, spewing poison that ignores walls and roofs, turning your base into a toxic hot tub. Eurogamer's Lottie Lynn raged about dying under a safe roof. Yep, it's a kick in the teeth. Enemy hunts are worse, with mobs teleporting to your door like stalkers. No escape and no Valheim-style difficulty toggles. Death's brutal. You drop all gear and must corpse run, a nightmare in tough zones or invasions. This RuneScape lose-it-all vibe feels ancient compared to Enshrouded's chill respawns, chasing off casual players. The early access reality, potential versus patience. Dragonwilds is a scrappy early access pup, more doodle than Slay the Spire's polished gem. Jagex is leaning on community vibes to shape it, with a roadmap teasing new regions, quests, and fixes like saner storage. It's crazy stable for a raw game, sidestepping Ark's bug-ridden launch without a hiccup. Eurogamer's hyped, saying it could outshine RuneScape 3 with its addictive skill grind and dragon-soaked Ashenfall lore. But X posts groan about stiff animations, barren zones, and quests shallower than Valheim's epic tales. The $29.99 $24.99 price is stirring X drama, pricier than Valheim's $19.99 and matching Enshrouded's $29.99, but with less meat and more jank. Some call it a $20 game, sniffing a cash grab a la RuneScape 3's microtransactions. Jagex is owning the gaps, chatting on forums and pushing a No Man's Sky-style redemption vibe, but a post-early access price hike, free updates, maybe paid DLC, and a vague early 2026 goal raise eyebrows. Jagex's 25-year RuneScape cred helps, but they can't afford an Anthem-level flop. The community-driven bet's risky. X and Steam beg for bigger stacks, hunt toggles, and less fussy roofs, tweaks that could crown Dragonwilds. But if Jagex drops the ball, backlash awaits. Their forum game's stronger than Cyberpunk's pre-launch mess, but fans want a clear update schedule. Balancing RuneScape's hardcore roots with newbie appeal is a tightrope Jagex better strut. Should you buy it? Weighing risks and rewards. At $29.99, $24.99, Dragonwilds is a gamble, a vertical slice with stellar highs and glaring lows. The magic system redefines survival tasks, base building offers unmatched creative depth, and exploration thrives in a curated world. The RuneScape skill grind is addictive, but archaic crafting storage, overtuned survival mechanics, and sparse content, 15 to 20 hours, limit its value. Eurogamer suggests balancing survival stats with skill progression to unlock abilities, e.g. though, jump spell at magic level 10, and uncover Ashenfall's secrets, but this demands patience for micromanagement. Dragonwilds could become a survival crafting titan if Jagex nails its roadmap, but it's not there yet. If you're sold, dive in and shape its future. If you're hesitant, wishlist it and monitor updates. New content could make it a must-play. What's your take? Played it yet? Drop a comment below. If this deep dive helped, smash that like button, subscribe, and enable notifications for more before you buy reviews. Thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you next time.